Alrighty, so who wants to volunteer to read? Oh, actually, you guys can just translate because it's all Ramaji. I'll read, you translate. Who wants to do the first paragraph? And who wants to do the last two paragraphs?
I'll do the first.
Alrighty.
Okay.
George to Marvin to Nathan wa Chicago ni ikimasu.
George and Marvin and Nathan went to Chicago. Oh, let me double check my ikimasu.
So you're right. It's
okay. Ikimasu. George and Marvin and Nathan go. Ikimasu is.
That's right. Go.
Go.
Went, it's go. Yeah, if it was mashta, then it would be went, but mas is go.
Okay. Nathan, Marvin, and George, Marvin, and Nathan go to Chicago.
Beautiful. Oh, that's my alarm for this class. It's the duck.
Duck.
George wa Chicago no restaurant, no toilet, no Coca-Cola hoshi desu kara, kare wa Chicago ni ikimasu.
Lit. Shot.
Oh, good. See ya. I'm sorry. My wife is going to get her first vaccination.
Yay, Joseph.
Yes, very happy because she's on standby.
Oh, nice.
And I'm already vaccinated, as you can tell. And anyway, soon we will be equal. Okay, I'm sorry to throw this all into array here.
It's all good.
Okay.
That's awesome. George wa Chicago no restaurant no toilet no Coca-Cola ga hoshi desu kara, kare wa Chicago ni ikimasu.
Okay. George and I have to bring back into my mind the word no. Oh, in. Okay. George.
S.
Okay. George likes, I believe.
Hoshi.
Yep, Hoshi.
Want.
Hoshi. Okay, George wants to be to go in the restaurant with no toilet and no Coke.
So these no's right here,
yeah,
are all apostrophe S's. I should make them a different color. I feel like I'm just lazy and I let Nathan do it, and then he was actually busy and he didn't. So
yeah,
my bad.
No, nope. Mine.
All right. So so when we say Chicago no restaurant, it's a Chicago restaurant or a restaurant in Chicago, some kind of restaurant belonging to Chicago, right. In Chicago. And then
Chicago's,
Chicago's restaurant. And then a restaurant no toilet means the toilet in the restaurant. And then toilet no Coca-Cola is the Coca-Cola in the toilet. And so if you put them all together, it's just like, remember when we said George, where was it? Panda Express, where was it? California, no. Virginia Street, no. Panda Express. So it's this whole thing again. So Chicago, no. Restaurant, no. Toilet, no. Coca-Cola. Gahoshi.
Okay.
Because he wants.
I see.
Chicago restaurant, toilet, Coke.
Yeah. Okay. Chicago's restaurants, toilets, Coca-Cola. Yeah,
it sounds delicious.
Yeah.
And Kara, because he wants. Kara Hoshi desu.
Yeah.
Hoshi desu Kara because he wants.
Oops, that's not what I meant to do. Here, try and read while I delete all of the words. Okay. Sorry. So, there you go.
Okay. So George wants the restaurant in Chicago with no toilet, with a toilet, with the Coke, and he is not in Chicago.
Going.
Is in Chicago. Is going to Chicago.
Yeah, so this kara is the because
Because
all of the stuff that was just said, all of that peach highlighted stuff. So
Mhm, mhm.
because George wants
Hoshi, all that. Mhm.
Chicago, no restaurant, no toilet, no Coca-Cola. So the Chicago restaurants, toilets, Coca-Cola. He's going to Chicago.
He's going to Chicago. Okay.
So in Japanese, we explain, and then we say the why after we explain. I don't know how I'm trying to say this, but he goes to Chicago because he wants this.
Yes. So actually, Nathan kind of tried to explain that to me last week, where you have to go to the verb part or the reason why at the end before
Yeah,
you know where they're going.
It's all about the ending. But
okay.
We'll just keep practicing.
It just takes time.
Yeah, and it's a long sentence.
Yeah. Okay.
Another long sentence.
Yes.
Oh no, this one's a short one. The next one's long.
Okay. So Marvin also wants the restaurant and toilet and Coca-Cola.
Yeah, so you want the restaurant's toilet Coca-Cola because it's all the Coca-Cola of the toilet of the restaurant. So these little no's could also be like of. So the restaurant of Chicago, the Coca-Cola, so you have to just go backwards with all of them. So the Coca-Cola of the toilet of the restaurant in Chicago.
All right.
Lovely.
Yeah. That sounds so weird, doesn't it? Okay.
Oh, it sounds amazing.
Marvin wants the Coca-Cola of the toilet of the restaurant.
Also.
also, okay.
And then there's going to be more of this toilet Coca-Cola. Here we go.
All right, so.
Good one, you got this one.
Yeah, so Nathan also wants to go to Chicago.
Or he just goes, yeah, he also goes.
Nathan also goes to Chicago.
And then we have a ga here, which is like saying demo.
But.
Separating sentence, yep, exactly.
But he does not want the Coca-Cola of the toilet of the restaurant.
Ooh, and I wrote no.
No.
Yeah.
So I believe
Exactly. Perfect translation.
Okay. He wants the water from the subway toilet.
Yeah.
In Chicago.
Exactly. And I found out where my no is. There it is. Oh, nope. Wrong script. There we go.
There we go.
And then
Mochiron. I wrote that down last week.
Mochiron. This is my gesture.
Mochiron.
Obviously. Of course.
Obviously. Okay.
Duh.
Of course. Marvin also wants the water of the toilet in the subway in Chicago. Yo, mama. I forgot yo.
Yo is an exclamation mark.
Yes,
and I wrote one too. Nice job. Perfect. Okay. And then this one is kind of some little new language that we added in here. I don't know if you remember it or not. Does anyone remember what yabai means?
I thought I wrote that, but
it means like it's a dangerous situation.
Yeah, like it could be nasty, it could be dangerous, or oh wow, look out, like what? It's just like yabai, like oh.
Yabai desu ne.
Yabai. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yabai.
So crazy and not disgusting.
Yeah, it's crazy. And mazuso.
Mazuso. Or is
looks or
disgusting?
sounds disgusting. Yeah, this little
Oh, yeah.
so is
Oh,
like
yes.
a looks or sounds or
Mm-hmm.
yeah. This
Like
kid
so this.
sounds, yeah. Sounds
And Mazui
is like
Mazui kunai is not disgusting then, right?
yeah, so this one is disgusting. Mazui so desu ne. So
Yeah.
this is my side comment like, oh no, sounds disgusting. Right?
Mhm. All right, it does. All
Did you
right.
see the CCR video?
No.
Oh, I made a really cute
It's funny.
slideshow. I couldn't get a lot in because there were so many details of all of these things, but you're in it and you have adorable brown curly hair and you go to the places and you have lots of water and Coca-Cola from the toilets. It's amazing.
Where do I
So
see that?
this
You
YouTube.
can watch it on here if you
Under
want.
your
It's
YouTube
connected.
channel? Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's
Oh,
up
yes.
here.
Okay.
It's LinkedIn. But
All right. Yeah, cool.
if you have 3 minutes. Okay. Nathan son, I'm gonna give you choice. Do you want to do this one or this one? Because now we have Ashley.
Doesn't matter.
Ashley.
Do you want to do this one since it's about you, and then Ashley does this
Sure.
one because it's her, or do you want to talk about her and she talks about you?
Talk
Don't
amongst
care.
yourselves.
Ashley, you care. Which one do you want to do?
I want to talk about Nathan.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. Hey, dozo.
Nate. Oh man, I can't remember what Uki is.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay. Nathan has a big toilet.
Yeah. This one wasn't in the video. I couldn't do it. I would have like been up till 2 a.m.
Okay, hold on. Yeah, Jan-san wants Nathan's big toilet water because because
So we decided that so works with this sometimes.
Okay. Well, because John wants Nathan's big toilet water, she is in Korea. Or she's going to Korea.
Yeah. Nice job.
Yeah, really.
Oh, what did you just say? Oh no.
Oh no.
Yeah, bye. That's it.
Yeah. Yeah. If you have slang, you can say like yeah be.
Yeah.
Obviously.
Obviously, Nathan. Oh man. How do you say that?
Also.
Yeah, but the next one.
Jibun means one's own. His own.
Nathan also wants his own large toilet water. Right?
Mm-hmm.
I don't remember that one.
Dun, dun, dun. It's a new way of saying but. If you want to make one long sentence, if you want to make it a compound sentence, you can have ga, or you can say period and then demo, blah, 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 blah.
Okay.
So now that we have longer sentences, I'm just introducing ga.
Okay. But Chicago's subway toilet water. Oh. He also wants.
Mm-hmm. Exactly. Joseph. Alrighty. Hi, Nathan-san. Anata no ban.
I'm gonna try reading with my direct translation method. So let me know if you guys get confused.
Okay.
Josh and Ashley, toilets, water, also toilets, Coca-Cola, like they don't.
Yeah.
She, I don't know, Nihon. He, Japan, to go, or into go. He Japan's beer and coffee, nothing else doesn't want. And Chicago, I'm sorry, it doesn't say Chicago.
Her name's Ashley, but that's
Ashley.
okay.
And Ashley, New York into goes. She goes.
Oops, my New York.
New York.
New York. It's a new place.
It's a New York.
You guys don't know of it yet.
Yeah. She, New York's water wants. So, no, but New York's toilet's water, she doesn't want. New York's water, oh, is it okay? And it's not disgusting.
Alrighty. What questions do you have?
Daijobu?
Daijobu.
What is that again?
Good question. Okay, Daijobu.
Okay. Daijobu.
So in my high school classes, we say, it's okay to die, Joe. Boo. It's not nice, but Nathan, what's your memory trick for that one? Or you just know it?
I've just heard it a bunch of times from Kazuma, so.
Yeah, because it means okay, but it's also like, no, thank you, because you're just telling someone, I'm fine, daijoubu, I'm fine.
I'm okay, yeah, I'm okay.
Or people will ask you, like, a million times a day, daijoubu desu ka? If you even like look a little off, they'll be like, oh, daijoubu desu. So caring and helpful stuff.
If you're doing your cheerleader routine and you fall, you jump up and go, daijoubu.
Daijoubu, yeah, exactly.
I'm good. All right.
And then you just say daijoubu.
Super common.
Yeah, you hear daijoubu. If someone sneezes, you ask daijoubu.
Daijoubu.
We don't say bless you, they say daijoubu, and then you say daijoubu desu. Sumimasen, even more Japanese. Excuse me, sumimasen. Sorry, I sneezed. Daijoubu. Okay, let me read it one time, and then as I'm reading, see if you have any questions that pop into your head. Georgie to Marvin to Nathan wa Chicago ni ikimasu. Georgie wa Chicago no restaurant no toilet no Coca-Cola ga hoshii desu kara. Kare wa Chicago ni ikimasu. Marvin mo restaurant no toilet no Coca-Cola ga hoshii desu. Nathan mo Chicago ni ikimasu ka? Dun dun dun. Kare wa restaurant no toilet no Coca-Cola ga hoshiku nai desu. Kare wa Chicago no subway no toilet no mizu ga hoshii desu. Mochiron Marvin mo Chicago no subway no toilet no mizu mo hoshii desu yo. Yabai desu ne. Mazu so desu ne. Yes.
Mochiron, one more time, please.
Obviously, mochiron.
Okay.
Mochiron.
Mochiron.
Of course.
Mochiron.
Mochiron.
Thank you.
Right.
Hi.
Thank you for asking that. Nathan wa ookii toilet ga arimasu. Yan wa Nathan no ookii toilet no mizu ga hoshii desu kara, kanojo wa Kankoku ni ikimasu. Yabai desu ne. Mochiron, Nathan mo jibun no ookii toilet no mizu ga hoshii desu ga, dun dun dun, Chicago no subway no toilet no mizu mo hoshii desu.
Nicole has a question.
Oh, Nicole, I didn't even see you. Oh, I have I think so that you are, I know I let you in, but I was too into the translating stuff. But yeah, I need to make my little thing so I can see everyone. Hey.
So what is when it has like ga at the end of a clause, what is happening?
Good question. So this is how you connect sentences with but. Nani, nani, nani. So instead of making it into two sentences, you're connecting. That didn't make any sense. So for example, the old way we had it was like for this sentence right here. もちろん Nathan も自分の大きいトイレットの水が欲しいです。Period. でも、シカゴのsubwayのトイレットの水も欲しい。It's the exact same thing. It's just you're making a long sentence instead of two short sentences.
So demo is only after a period to start a new sentence.
Yeah, good question.
Are they like equally common or? Yep. Okay.
Yeah, it's common to start a sentence with but, so demo, or sometimes people will just say demo. So someone will say something and then you just kind of look and say, oh, demo. And then they're like, so this, and then blah, blah, blah. They'll already explain. I guess we do that in English too, but, and then someone will say, oh, you're right, blah, 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 blah.
Yeah, they just have a separate word for starting a sentence versus connecting a sentence where we get told in English grammar, don't start a sentence with but.
Yeah, or because.
Yeah, right. So they have a special one to start a sentence with.
Yeah, and it's really good for proficiency tests, which I'm not sure you guys don't care about very much, but I like to, once students can start making longer sentences, introduce the ga so that way they can start lengthening sentences. And if they can use both, then it's two different forms. So for the Apple test or the Avant test, it actually will bump them up in proficiency. So side note for any Japanese teachers listening, and for you guys with your languages, if you have multiple versions of those kind of connectors, using both of them correctly counts as two different things. Anyways, does that answer your question though, Nicole?
Yeah.
Okay, and then thank you, Nathan, for letting me know, because I totally I didn't see her at all. My Zoom is being weird right now. It'll only let me see 4 people.
Yeah, click the little you can make that into a gallery.
It's like I need 5 to see the gallery. You know, it's like that weird place, but I can see all of you and not me, so that's fine. That's even better. Can't see my own face. Alrighty, I'm gonna read this next one, and then again, let me know if you have questions. Josh told Ashley wa toilet no mizu no. Oh, sorry, I can't read. Toilet no Coca-Cola ga suki de wa arimasen. Kare wa Nihon ni ikimasu. Kare wa Nihon no beer to kohi shika hoshikunai desu. Soshite, Ashley wa New York ni ikimasu. Kanojo wa New York no mizu ga hoshii desu. Da, dun dun dun. New York no toilet no mizu ga hoshikunai desu. New York no mizu wa daijoubu desu ka? Mazukunai desu ne. Sorry, I was reading it and thinking I was going to write something else. Questions about this one?
Yep.
Hi.
Marvin, you go first.
Well, just the soshite, is that starting a sentence with and?
Yes. Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Nice. These are like all of the words in my Chinese class that I can hear them and I'm okay, but then now I'm finally starting to like think, oh, maybe I can use this. So I feel like maybe that's where you guys are getting to. Hi,
so that kind of segues into one of my questions. If you're gonna make soshite like ga connecting a sentence, is that the te form?
Yeah, you have,
Okay.
it's not a
Yeah, it's not a
simple-
simple word like but. Okay.
Yeah, and it depends on what
then-
type of word it is.
Right. Okay. And then in the cold character reading, you use Saki Janai.
Oh yeah, I did. You're right.
Yeah. What's the difference between Dewa Arimasen and Saki Janai? Is it casual?
Yes,
Casual
that's
listening?
exactly what it is. So suki de wa arimasen is the formal, and the casual is suki janai.
Hmm.
And then you can add des to make it so that it's almost equal.
Casually polite?
Yeah. This one is a good one. This one is much more polite, and it just
Yeah.
sounds nice. And it's, if you are first going to Japan, this sounds good. Plus,
Right,
it's
you're never gonna offend
arimasen.
anyone, right?
Yeah. Plus, it's arimasen, so we already know arimas and arimasen. So when I make this big, long, polite dewa arimasen, it's not like, oh, what is that word? Because you already know arimasu, so your
Right,
brain isn't
right.
having to think too
And
hard.
Janai is kunai then, right?
Ski janai. Ski janakunai. You can do that, yeah.
You have to say kunai. You can't say sen with Janai, right?
Right. It's two
Right.
different negatives. Yeah. So ski des, ski janai des. Yeah.
Mm.
Good question. Good observation. Yeah, I put the ski janai. Not that any Australians are going to use it in their classes, but if they want to, they can do it. Plus, it's good to get exposed to both because you'll hear them both.
Yeah.
Definitely ski janai more in casual situations. But it's good to know this because if you hear ski de wa arimasen, someone is being polite and talking to you in a polite way. And it just sounds nicer when you tell someone, oh, I'm sorry, I don't like Coca-Cola from the toilet. It would be more polite for you to say ski de wa arimasen than ski janai desu. Okay. I don't know. It sounds nicer.
Oh,
and it
so
fits
Janai
with
is
the
a
culture
negative.
more.
Mm.
Yeah.
So you're saying I don't want. Is that what it's basically?
I don't like it. Yeah. This is
Don't
suki
like
is
it.
like, and dewa
Suki.
arimasen. This whole thing is like, as for whatever, like I don't. So
Okay.
it kind of, this
Ski.
becomes the negative of it versus
All right.
for this is the
What's
negative.
the positive of Janai?
Ski. So just the word.
Ski.
Oh,
Janai.
I see. So you just
Ski janai.
add Janai. Okay.
Yeah. And if you say ski janakunai, it means I don't not
Like it.
like it. Yeah. So ski
But I
dewa
don't like it.
arimasen ga ski janakunai desu.
Mm,
So I don't not like it. I just
don't really like it.
yeah, it's not my thing.
It's like 별로 안 좋아요
I can
in Korean.
tolerate it.
Mm.
Anyway, questions.
I guess-
Anyone else have any more questions? Anything you want to say, like learn how to say, or
Yeah,
Yeah.
Ashley.
I just wondered what's like a typical greeting that you would have.
Good question. So in Japanese, when you do have Japanese down there. I didn't even see it. Just magically appeared. Okay, I'm gonna put it up here. Konnichiwa. And actually, usually, even though this is actually a ha, we still write it like this no matter what, because it's just been
Changed that way.
yeah, it's just everybody knows this way. Konnichiwa means hello. That's a good greeting. They have greetings based on the time of day. So in the morning,
Ohio.
Ohio, which is nice because it sounds like the state.
Or Ohio gozaimasu.
Yeah, gozaimasu makes it polite. Yeah, Ohio is like saying morning. Oh, actually, it would be like this. I don't know why I'm putting this thing right here. Morning is like that. And then in the evening, after it starts to get dark, 5 o'clock ish,
Konbanwa.
Konbanwa, which is good evening. There's not like bueno where you can say any time of day for Japanese. But yeah, those are the 3 greetings. Thank you for asking that. Okay, let's go into our story. Sound good? Okay. Oh, actually, I forgot one thing. What is your comprehension for this that I just read? 5, I can understand it easily without notes. 4, I can understand it. I just have to think a little bit, but I got it. 3, I can understand it easily with help or notes or whatever. 2, even with help, I'm struggling. And 1, this sucks. What's your range? You can type it to me as a private chat if you don't want to share it. Or you can just, yeah. Nicole-san wa? Do desu ka?
I wasn't really here for it, but I'll say 3 because I was really here for it. But I'm not overly confused.
You're not overly confused? Okay.
For someone
I'm
who
not
wasn't here for it.
confused.
Yeah, I'm not confused.
Are there any things like when you just look and you're like, what was that about? Or
I was really confused about, is this really talking about toilet water?
Yes,
But
yes.
it
Yeah,
is. So I
indeed it
established
is.
that, and then I was less confused because I listened to part of last class on my
Okay.
way home just now, but I didn't make it the whole way through, and I'm like, are we talking about toilet water?
Yeah.
Well, actually, when I had come up with the idea, it wasn't to drink the toilet water. It was to drink the water from the sink in the toilet.
Which
But
technically it is.
yeah.
I just didn't tell you guys that that's literally what it is. Toilet means the bathroom.
Means bathroom.
Bathroom, I see.
I just went with the toilet
Yeah,
thing,
toilet water,
and
which
I
is
just
fine.
was like, this is awesome.
Yeah, but that wasn't my intention originally.
Well, I thought it was, and so that's why I
No,
went with
no,
it.
no.
And then someone was talking about like big toilet, and I was like, oh, we're
I'm
really
saying that
going
I
there.
have a big bathroom in my house because
Yeah.
they don't use the word. Well, they do say bathroom, but they usually just say toilet.
Toilet.
And,
Toilet. Yeah, toilet.
toilet. Yeah.
I think in almost every culture except American, the toilet
It's
means
toilet. Yeah,
bathroom.
the bathroom.
But for
Yeah.
us, it doesn't, and so it's kind of funny.
It means the actual toilet. Yeah.
Yeah, I think it was just that and the ga were the 2 things
Oh, yeah.
that you explained that. So I
Yeah.
think those are the 2 things that were most confusing me. So I think I'm good.
Gotcha. I'll show you guys the CCR. You guys can see if you can read it from this little thing. I used something, it was like the slideshow for a nursing home. So all of these books and random props are hiding like needles and other medical stuff, but they're still wearing their medical uniform. So here, this is, I think it's so cute. So George has the curly hair. Marvin, you have the beautiful long black hair, I guess. Georgie to Marvin to Nathan wa Chicago ni ikimasu.
Oh.
Georgie wa Chicago no restaurant or restaurant ni ikimasu. See, that's a syringe in his hand. You know, just walking to the restaurant. It's all good. He's in Chicago. He's
As
trying
you
to
do.
fit in. And you can see it's hiding under his glass too. It's fine. If I can find my mouse. Georgie wa Chicago no restaurant no toilet ni ikimasu. Georgie wa Chicago no restaurant no toilet no Coca-Cola ga hoshii desu kara. I just realized I'm only reading in character, so tell me to slow down. Did I go way too fast just now? Are you following it?
I'm okay.
Hi, Marvin-san.
Well,
Slow down.
it probably isn't supposed to, yeah, it's not supposed to be that way, but if there was a little bit more, a gap.
Yeah,
Wow,
I'll slow down.
that's weird.
I was just thinking like, I was just reading at my own speed, and then I was like, wait, what am I doing? I just imagine if Nathan
I'm
were
just saying like a gap between the
or something,
words.
I'll slow down. Here, let's see. Georgie wa Chicago no restaurant no トイレのシカゴが欲しいですから。マービンも、マービンさんもシカゴのレストランのトイレのコカ・コーラが欲しいです。グラスを持っています。They are ready to go. He's even got a clipboard. ネイソンもシカゴのレストランのトイレの、に行きます。Nathan said, I swear this one looks like you so much. It's so cute. Your hairstyle. And then I said,
もちろん。
ジョージとマービンはシカゴのレストランのトイレのコカ・コーラが好きです。I should have done hearts above their heads. 嬉しい。でも、ネイサンさんは、Oh, I had a little question mark. ネイサンさんは、シカゴのレストランのトイレのコカ・コーラが欲しいですか？いいえ。ネイサンはシカゴのレストランのトイレのコカ・コーラが欲しくないです。
Is kunai the red
Yeah.
part?
Yeah. 欲しくないです。Not.
Des.
And then des just adds politeness. もちろん、ネイサンはシカゴのレストランのトイレのコカ・コーラが欲しくないです。ネイサンはコカ・コーラが好きじゃないです。He's so angry. Look at those brows. ネイサンはミーが好きじゃないです。So that's the only, like nothing but. I feel like you could totally be rocking that bottle. Close. I should have done the glass. だから、ネイサンはシカゴのサブウェイに行きます。ネイサンはシカゴのサブウェイの水が欲しいです。ネイサンはシカゴのサブウェイのトイレの水が欲しいです。もちろん、マービンもシカゴのサブウェイのトイレに行きます。もちろん、マービンもシカゴのサブウェイのトイレの水 can't see it, sorry, が欲しいです。もちろん。They even get their own bathrooms on this one. Nope. The joint one. シカゴのサブウェイのトイレの水はどうですか？ My gesture. どう？マービンはシカゴの全部が好きです。コカ・コーラが好きです。トイレのコカ・コーラが好きです。トイレの水が好きです。嬉しいですね。
嬉しい。
ありがとう。That's all. I couldn't do the whole entire class. You guys want to try to read this?
So this
Nathan's like, yeah, I do.
Mochiron.
I can read it with my eyes closed.
That's not reading.
I'm serious. You guys can read it with these kinds of little hints and stuff. So can I have I'll just ask for a volunteer if someone wants to. Oh, Nicole's like, black screen. Okay, Ashley, you want to try?
George, To, Marvin, To, Nathan, Ga, or Wa, I don't know. What was it?
Wow, but
Oh.
you know the Japanese and not the reading. This is exactly how CCR is. I'm just observing in awe. I love this. It's a wa. Yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah.
So Wa, Chicago, ni ikimasu.
Nice job.
Am I still going? I'm still going.
Yeah, just see what you can do. You might surprise yourself.
I know I will because I wasn't really trying to. George, Wa, Chicago, no, restaurant, ni ikimasu.
Yeah. Nice job. Keep going.
George, Wa, Chicago, no, restaurant, no, toilet, ni ikimasu. George, Wa, Chicago, no, restaurant, no, toilet, no, Coca-Cola. Oh, this one's a tricky one. Hoshi, this.
Yeah.
I don't know all of it. Hoshi kunai. I don't know.
You were right. Hoshi des kara.
Oh, Hoshi desu kara.
You still read it and you knew. And that is exactly what happens. And then later you might have said, oh, I think I...
Is that ga? Yeah.
Hoshi.
Yeah, that's right, Marvin. It's ga. Yeah.
Okay.
Marvin, do you want to try?
Oh, sure.
Okay, actually, awesome job. Just keep reading.
Yes.
Marvin is talking. You guys keep reading too, and just see the magic of CCR. Like it's.
Marvin, Mo, Chicago, no. Restaurant, no. Toilet, no. Coca-Cola, ga. Hoshi, deska, des.
Oh, nice.
Was that right at the end?
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
100%
That's
correct. Des.
Oh.
I'll show you it again.
Arigato.
Yeah. Des. Desu. Des.
Des. Okay. All right. Nathan, Mo, Chicago, no. Restaurant, no. Toilet, ni. Arimasu? No.
Oh, it could work. Imasu, it could work.
Ni.
What else do we know when we say ni? So let's look at the picture.
Okay. Nathan.
Oh, sorry, Nathan Mo. So there's George San and Marvin San and Nathan Mo. Chicago, no restaurant, no toilet. Ni.
Ni. Ikimasu.
Ikimasu, exactly. Perfect. Ni ikimasu. So whenever we have ni, you could be like ni imasu or ikimasu. Those are the only two words we have right now. So it's going to be one of them.
Sensei,
is crazy and mean and gives you random words, but
can you read us ikimasu, pointing to each character?
Then I can write that down a little bit here.
E, which is this is the kanji for E, and then ki, ma, su. Ikimasu. But you don't have to worry about writing them. Just look and observe.
Being able to read them. Yeah.
This time, awesome. And if you don't, that's okay. Just need more practice. Like I literally didn't set you up to be able to do this. I just was like, let's just see what happens.
But this is a good goal though to know them.
I mean,
from
yeah,
anyway.
this class is more of like just speaking and listening, but maybe it could happen. Oh, sorry, that was my alarm for my son. Okay, and then his little. All right.
George told Marvin wa Chicago no, restaurant no, toilet no, Coca-Cola ga ikimasu?
Maybe he can't see my camera.
I can see it.
Hoshi likes.
Hoshi, yeah, it is likes. It means likes. It's ski. So this is su, ki.
Oh, okay.
Desu.
Hoshi's ski hoshi.
Ski desu. Ski desu.
Ski des.
Yeah.
Ski des. Okay. All right. Coca-Cola ga ski desk.
All right, perfect. Coca-Cola ga ski desu. Nice job.
Period.
Yes.
Nathan.
Nicole-san, do you want to try too?
Yeah, take her away.
Good job, Marvin. Isn't that weird? It's so crazy. It's so cool.
It is.
Nicole-san.
Nathan wa Chicago no, restaurant no, toilet no, Coca-Cola ga hoshi desu ka?
Rockstar. You must read Japanese in your spare time. Nicole.
Yeah. Nathan Nathan wa Chicago no, restaurant no, toilet no, Coca-Cola ga hoshi. Oh wait. Or
No, you're right.
Hoshi kunai desu.
Beautiful. Nice job.
Hoshikunai desu yo!
Mochiron. Nathan wa Chicago no, restaurant no, toilet no, Coca-Cola ga hoshi kunai desu? Okay. I don't know why the hoshi kunai, the hoshi part is like,
Yeah,
it
right?
keeps going up, but it's like every time I'm like, is that it? Hoshi.
It's either it's here Hoshi. Like those are the only cows we have. Moss, and you know there's red, so it's going to be the negative of something. So that's exactly what you do. You just kind of say it, and then you'll practice reading more.
And she is really easy to see because it's that little hook. And then Hoshi is the crazy kanji. So
that's how Nathan remembers.
Yep, that's how I remember.
Because there's lots of crazies that will.
That's true, but we only know.
It works for now.
So, yeah.
For now, it's the crazy one. Got it.
Nathan wa Coca-Cola ga oh, that's the new one. Wait, I got it. Ski janai desu.
So exactly. I was trying to write actually really quick, but she left before I could. I have to look at the time too. Okay, yep, we're good.
Nathan wa mizu shika ski is that the janai? Janai desu.
Awesome. You know it because you're like, is it?
Like, I know it's not the kunai because that has like the K looking one.
Right.
That's the K. Kunai.
Exactly how that's word. It's so crazy though. So crazy.
Oh, I don't think I know that one.
Maybe you can recognize the middle character because you've said the middle character before.
but it could be in the thing.
Ka.
It was, yeah, right. That's ka, right? And then you have two other syllables you have to add to ka.
And it's at the beginning of a sentence, and there's comma.
Oh, dakara.
맞아요. So this.
Dakara. Nathan wa Chicago no subway ni ikimasu.
Oh, and you didn't, like, you went faster than I could move my mouse. That was awesome. So crazy.
Nathan wa Chicago no subway no mizu ga hoshi desu.
The crazy kanji. Nice job, Nicole-san.
Yeah. Crazy kanji for just the sound ho.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you want to try to, Nathan?
Yeah, sure.
Okay, nice job, Nicole-san. Seriously, it works. I just, so weird because I'll be like, I'll teach them stuff and then I'll just try this because I'm like, there's no way they can read this. And you guys can, like, it just happens. I mean, a lot of it is you're predicting and assuming, but that's exactly what kids do too.
That's what Japanese kids do, yeah.
Yeah.
Right. Because they know the language already, they know the sentences, they know what it should be, so they just figure it out.
Right, it's way more effective than let's write each letter 50 times and then we're gonna read it.
Oh my God.
And yeah.
No. Can you point to the katakana for me and I'll try?
Yeah.
Okay. Nei-san wa Chicago no subway no anyway no
Subway, so way, yep.
Subway no toire no mizu ga hoshi hoshi desu.
Sorry, I should have done that for the music. It's more importantly.
Yeah, right. 모찌론 마부인
So
마비인 모 Chicago no subway no toire ni ikimasu. Yeah. If I'm not trying to read the katakana, 모찌론 마빈 모 Chicago no subway no toire no ski ga hoshi desu. Oh, mizu ga hoshi desu.
Right.
Chicago no subway no toire no mizu ga no mizu wa dou desu ka?
Yeah, nice.
Marvin wa Chicago no zenbu ga suki desu.
Oh, Joseph.
Oh, Joseph.
Now, what was it like for you as a student doing that? Because I want to know the process of it, because I never learned like this. I mean, I could do like new kanji this way, but I can't do else like that.
Marvin?
Well, I think it's helpful, but it's something that for me, I'd have to almost repeat daily.
Yeah, you're
like if you read me the story every night when I go to bed, pretty soon I'll put it all together.
Yeah, so usually the teacher will just start with one sentence with one verb. And once you get it, then you go to the next one and you get it and you just keep going. And it's supposed to be repeated 10 times at least on each kanji, which it wasn't. But just when I was talking about the story and then I want to show you the slides, and then I thought it's good repetition of the language. And then I was like, I wonder if you guys could read it. So I just showed it. So there's a better way to do it. And like my homework for you would be like, I would give you the, like you were a high school student, would be for you to take that story home and read it to someone or something. So you could read it to your parents, to your guardians, to your siblings, to your cat, to your wall, to your shoe, whatever it is.
Video phone, your phone. Yeah.
Yeah, you read it to someone or something. And I like the students to take a selfie because it's just more engaging. And then they send it to me that they are taking a selfie of them reading it to something or someone. And then,
So
yeah.
from what I see when I'm looking at the page that we're reading, like a phrase like Hoshi Kunai, or there's no space between the characters that form those words. Would it be disadvantageous to separate those words a little bit so that if I'm trying to pick which characters form that word, I'm not guessing?
Yeah,
Like
actually, that's
that little.
just in training on Friday. So after I made this, that's exactly what they said. They said you need to do spaces for non-native speakers who are learning, because we're creating readers for students to learn how to read, not just throwing them in. We're trying to develop and teach literacy. So yeah, there should always be spaces between words. So
Okay.
but that's to hear you say that, because that just affirms, like, yes, you need spaces between words.
Yeah.
Or at the very least, color coding the particles.
That's the second thing she said.
And telling the students that the particles are color coded so that they can find their way between, because in Japanese they don't have spaces because they have the particles, and those particles create the natural spacing in the language.
Yeah, but
that's a good point.
Do both.
I don't think that way.
Yeah, they said spaces, color coordinate the particles, make negatives red, like pick a way to color coordinate. But yeah, that's exactly it too.
Because I'm gonna write these characters, but also by writing them hope to impregnate them a little more.
Yeah, whatever.
And I also recommend typing, Marvin, because with typing you don't have to learn all the strokes and all the writing and all that stuff. I mean, you can learn how to write, but in the meantime, typing is really, I mean, it's really helped me, because you just type everything like the romaji that we've been seeing all the time. You just type it exactly how it sounds, with the exception of katakana. It's a little tricky, but just typing, and then it'll show up on your phone and you can see the character and you just select it, or it'll show up on your computer if you have the Japanese.
That's cool. And so which keyboard do I pick, or which language?
So on your computer, you'll download the Japanese language on your computer. Do you have Apple, or do you have?
I have a Windows laptop.
Yeah, that's easy. Yeah. So you just go into your settings and you're going to download Japanese.
Okay.
And then once you do it, you'll have this little
what she has on the screen
bar
there.
right here on the bottom right, and you'll have English and Japanese. You can add Spanish, whatever. I never use Spanish, but I have it. And then there's a little A, and if you click on it, it will switch between hiragana and whatever letters. But let me go into
What's the button press for that on the?
It's
because I have a special keyboard.
Yeah, it's shift caps locks, but I mean, in the beginning,
to change between hiragana and katakana, or hiragana. Okay. And then also, Marvin, if you type things into Google Docs, if you just start your own Google Doc, it has well, I don't know that it has Japanese spell check. It does have, I think it has Korean.
I think it does. I think it has Japanese too.
I use that a lot for other things, so I will.
But yeah, you just type in, like, let's say I want to say kanojo. So that's the romaji. And if I just type K-A-N-O-J-Y-O, these things will just pop up, and I can say, like,
kanojo, yeah.
This is the one that I know. Okay, so I shouldn't have picked kanjo. I should pick something that's literally from our story we just did. Let's do like ni ikimasu. So ni ikimasu. So if I type in N-I, and then
you just changed your You just changed your language?
Yeah, with the
Before-
shift caps.
So I
Shift
put
caps, okay.
shift plus caps, and then it
Oh,
will go back and
sorry. Yeah, we should be clear. The shift caps changes the script. It doesn't change the language. So you have to
Gotcha.
change your language to Japanese first.
Okay.
And then the shift caps is going to allow you to change between scripts.
Aha, thank you.
And when it goes to the Roman script, you'll see an A show up on the screen, like Missy has done a few times. It'll show the letter A. And then when you switch to hiragana, katakana, or kanji, it'll show an A, the Japanese A. Yeah.
Okay. Thank you.
And so like, yeah, if this was what I wanted to put into hiragana, I would just type exactly like this, and I would type I-K-I, okay, just kidding, hi. I-K, oh, what happened?
You gotta switch.
It's locked. What happened? Too much.
Shift caps is not working.
No, look at, it has an X right here.
Yeah. So just change the language back to English. If you hit Shift Alt, you can switch between your languages.
No, it's locked. I don't know. I must be somewhere in my document. I don't know what's going on. Well, usually you can, I must have hit some other random code or key or something too.
Right.
Anyways, you can type in these letters and then it would. So weird. I've had this happen before, but I never really knew what.
You don't know what the button presses were.
You just broke into the NSA computers.
I know, right? They're like, quick, catch this lady. Look what she's writing in Japanese to her students. No. It's not working. Oh, I'm so, wait, it's disabled. So how do
I think.
How do I
Yeah, I'm trying to look here.
Okay, well, anyways, I don't want to waste your guys' time. But anyways, usually,
I get what you're saying. No.
Marvin, you can change the languages by pushing the, oh, it's back again. Okay, whatever that was weird. And you can type in IKIMASU, and then you can look on what pops up and choose which one is correct. And that's how.
Okay, so try pressing your Windows key and X together.
It got fixed.
Windows key X together. Yeah, but just try it once.
Okay, Windows key and X.
So that X, yeah.
Okay, got it.
Okay, it didn't do anything.
I did this.
Okay.
But
Yeah, anyway.
Nicole-san, how about you? What was your experience just now when you were doing that?
So I had seen at least ikimasu, I think, in I did the Bernie reading, which I really liked. It was funny. Yeah. And so that was used a lot in that, but I feel like the part, like relying on the particles a lot is helpful. And like so I can see where the color coding would be really helpful, because I feel like I'm already kind of doing that, but like just having it like visually chunked even more so is helpful. And especially because like sometimes they're used like in other words.
Right, the same sound or the same same character is in a word because it's in. Yeah.
So it like just like having it be like with the I don't know, like with the dakara, like it was helpful to think of it as the ka, but then like knowing that that's in a word versus like its own ka at the end. And then I think just relying on there's certain sounds that I know like more, like the E from like EA. So like I can recognize that more because it's like a simple like character or whatever, and it's also repeated a lot, and like the SU sits in like the
Su,
des. Yeah. So I feel like just relying on those, and then process of elimination, and you do that a couple times, and then you start recognizing the rest of it. And like for some of them, like I couldn't, like when it has the, I'm sorry, I really don't know the names of the different like things, but the I don't know what it's called, but the complicated looking ones.
Oh, the kanji.
The kanji, yeah. So I don't like when those I don't really recognize because they're really complicated in my mind. So I think I just kind of focus on the simpler ones and work around it.
Yeah.
And then eventually I'll get to the more complicated part, maybe.
Right. No, I think that's how it goes.
Yeah.
That's cool. That's interesting to hear too. Yeah, because in Chinese they do this. It's called cold character reading, and they just give them the kanji, and it's all of those complicated things. It's only the complicated.
Yeah.
But it's interesting to hear you say that you can tell there's a difference. Obviously, first of all, that's interesting to hear, and then that you feel like because there's the easier ones that you are identifying those and just kind of, I don't know, it's just really cool to hear and listen to and think about. I mean, that's what I would feel, but I can't do it because I didn't learn this way. So it's interesting.
Yeah.
It took me a long time to learn how to read. And I was like, I remember I was in Japan and I would be like, oh, like that's how fast I could read. But just with this method, like for Chinese, I can read. So I'm just like, how? I wish I was taught this way.
Nicole, you were going to say something.
Oh, I'm sorry.
What was it? I think too, like as I was going, like especially if there were ones that kept coming up that I wasn't sure about, just like trying to come up with an association with them was helpful. Like the kunai having like what to me looks like the right half of a K at the beginning of it was helpful. And then like the toe kind of looks like a toe if you think about it. Yeah, and like the mo, I was having trouble with the mo. It's like, is it toe mo? It's like I know it's one of those, and then it's like, okay, it has the two lines and like an M and has like the two humps or whatever. And so it's just like making those, and like some of them probably like maybe they only make sense because I have like this limited the limited options. So I think the limited options is really powerful in that way, but it's like they're good crutches for now until I like can
until you don't need them,
recognize it. Yeah, exactly. They're good for crutches.
Yeah. And they're not interfering crutches because it's the language, you know. I mean, I've kind of said this before to you, Missy, and maybe in class, but I feel like using the actual writing system can eliminate a lot of confusion for the students because the character for no can only be no, but no in English for us means no. Like it's not like no, like the negative no. So when we see no written, our English brain, you know, immediately associates that with no. And so then we have to like unwork that association and realize, oh no, that means apostrophe S. And also like ni is ni. And those letters are really similar for us as English speakers, so we can get that confused. So there's just lots of territory for confusion, but when it's written in the Japanese script, there's no ambiguity what it means. But once we know what it means, it's very clearly that's always no. It doesn't change in the Japanese language because that's how it's written. So I think in a way, it makes it just cleaner and clearer. And because when I was listening to everyone read the Japanese, there was much latency in the reading. and it just sounded like clear when you guys were reading, versus when we read the Romaji, which I'm not saying we should take away Romaji and we shouldn't use Romaji, but just having the right kind of scaffolding for how long we're using the Romaji, where the Romaji is, how it's being used, and moving toward characters as quickly as possible, I think is just really beneficial. So.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's interesting. The training that I went to, they said, teach for about 6 hours of class using only Romaji, no characters ever, which my slides don't have that, so that's something. But then I think I need it for differentiation because I have some that can and some that can't read. Well, even this class alone, some can read them and some can't, some want to, some don't. So it's the same thing in my high school classes. So I have both for differentiation, but the class that I attended said, well, I guess I can say it's through Terry Wells. So she was talking about she only uses pinging when teaching language for Chinese. And then once students have got this language so deeply embedded into their brains that it would be like you could just predict what's going to be said, whether you can actually read it or not. And then your brain starts making the links like, oh, this character is this, this is this. So it's like 6 hours of input, 1 hour of reading. 6 hours of input, 1 hour of reading. And you just keep cycling through that. And I could have that wrong because I just got training, but it was just really.
And it just follows the TPRS method. You know, we say that comprehensible input plus interaction equals fluency, and comprehensible input just means we've understood it. We already know exactly what we're seeing. So if you spend the time to know exactly what the sentence is in the target language, and you don't have to spend any time figuring out the sentence itself and its meaning, now you can actually acquire the characters, because your comprehension or lack thereof is not inhibiting the acquisition of the characters.
That's so true. Because
substitution.
yeah,
Good point.
So
Well,
now we just can acquire the symbols.
Yeah.
Because we're not having to acquire the meaning. We've already acquired the meaning.
And because each one has that unique sound,
right,
or vocalization, it will be that no matter where it's used.
No matter what.
Where else? So we've already have that.
Japanese is phonetic.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
English, not so much, but
yeah.
True that, bro.
I totally agree with what Nathan was saying too, because when I like the Bernie one that I did, it had a lot of stuff that we
too much new stuff.
And it was still like nice to do, but like the experience of reading that and reading this was like completely different.
Night and day.
And like I feel like of the Bernie one, I only got ikimasu, which is good.
Yeah,
but,
that's great.
Like, I got that, but like, and it was like interesting to like that.
Watch it.
Robot Hotel. That's that. But like it was really interesting. But in terms of like the characters, I was only able to like pick up the characters of the words I knew and knew really well. And so like with this, as I was reading, I wasn't ever confused about what was happening. And so I think that was why I was able to focus so much on the actual reading of it and the characters, because none of it was like Nathan said, none of my energy was spent trying to figure out what is this saying. And so that, I think it's super helpful for it to be like so familiar when you're trying to do the reading.
Very good.
And this is what I realized when we started taking these Japanese classes, because I had tried to learn hiragana before just because I thought it would be cool. And I was dating someone who's Japanese at the time, so I was like, well, I should, And so I went traditional of like, looking up the hiragana and the katakana and writing them out 20 times and blah. I mean, no. And so when I started this Japanese class, and then I looked at the characters for the first time on a cool character reading, I was like, it was the first cold character reading, and I could read everything, and like it was just, so then I decided, okay, I'm not going to spend my time trying to learn any hiragana or katakana that I don't already know from meaning. And now, like, there are many hiragana, katakana characters that I know and that I could, you know, I don't know that I could write them yet, but if I saw them, and I would be able to read them instantly because of that. I don't know them all. And even eschewing kanji, there are still hiragana and katakana characters that I don't know, but
If you were in Japan, it would be very helpful reading
right.
signs in the city and stores, whatever, they're all over.
Right.
That'd be nice.
So that's what really convinced me about cold character reading and how it can be paired with TPRS so beautifully. And also nice. It's what convinced me how Romaji, having it being the support and not the focus, is if I were ever to teach, well, even with Korean, because there's another writing system, that I just won't use it as the main focal point, but it will be there because there's only one sound this symbol in Korean can ever make, and it's just a lot less confusing for students. And then they can just attach the meaning right to the original language instead of having to manipulate the English characters to fit.
Yeah.
Smart. Cool.
For the language. So
yeah.
Awesome. Are you leaving? All right. Thanks.
Okay. And the good news was it almost was 60 degrees here today.
Oh,
wow. Summertime.
Yeah. Till next weekend.
That's snowing.
All right. Saijian.
Matane.
I'm gonna head out too.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
Matane. Yeah, maybe I'll ask Terry if she'll watch this and just give me some feedback on first time of a cold character reading.
A cold,
yeah.
Surprise cold character reading.
Exactly. A pop quiz for myself and just give her or ask her to give me some feedback.
You're a glutton for punishment.
No, I'm curious. She has so much good advice and so much experience. It will be awesome.